Hey guys, and welcome to the next episode of the server spawn boom build. So super busy. Oh my god. It's like last week left in college, so it's all like mad dash to get all the projects done. But we have one more week left, so hopefully we'll get a few videos out this week. If not, once summer or the holidays hit anyway, it's gonna be boom, all full throttle and crap. So the only thing we've really done is I've taken ideas that everyone else has already done. This is an idea Mikey came up with, very inspired by Stormwind. I think the Stormwind bank. So he was thinking of the bank thing. So we've already found a plugin that works with this. Now this is his version. When I brought it into the city, I had to modify it pretty heavily to the outside just so I can get it to fit into the city. But I'll show you that in a sec. I just want to show you his basic idea, which he came up with. It's really clever though. Just build the brightness. It's already up. Whoa. And also as well, there's something happening with the server. We're talking about the server maybe resetting the world and all that sort of stuff. So if you want to hear that, I'll talk about it later on. But I will talk about it. He's come up with the idea of just putting bankers and stuff in here where you can buy bank slots. Really clever. So we would have the NPCs behind here and all that sort of stuff, and then there's just the kind of scenery inside here, with the dragon egg and the gold and all this sort of thing. Really like the idea. Again, it gives more people a reason to kind of, so you don't have to, it's Joe, this is it, because a lot of people are like, well, what's the point of it? I can just store my stuff myself in my own castle, totally pointless. Well, if you think about it, it's like it's 100% safe in a way that if you have it in your own castle, someone could break it, someone could steal it. But if it's in this bank here, nobody can touch it. Only you can touch it. That's the only difference that you really get with this. Of course, it's sort of like it's your own sort of stamp as well on the server, so that's kind of cool. But I think it's a great idea, and again, it gives me another place to fill up one slot of a thing. So this was his idea. I think he was coming up with some ideas about making it secret and stuff. But there's Cloud making his other usual rumblings. We're still coming up with a lot of stuff again. About the map restarting, I think we are going to restart the map. Every map needs a restart. It's been a very long time since we've had this up. A lot of people, there's been very few people. I thought there was going to be a lot of people going, oh, my work and all that sort of stuff. But everything needs a restart. Everything has to have a fresh start once in a while. If not, then it's just the same old crap all over and over again. And people will continue to leave if that's the case. This is one thing that I think will bring a lot of people back. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right about this. But yeah, I'll get back to that in a sec. So this is the modified, we just modified it up with the stone slabs, and we've changed it around a bit so it'll suit the wall a bit more. So this would be the entrance to the bank. I really like it. He came up with a really good idea. So I just I added a lot of minor details, like you add this along the side, add this here. I added a little just indented it up here a bit more and added a bit more, That's kind of the way you just add all these small little things, and in the end they make up the overall image. They make the overall image a lot better, There's a lot of small little things in here, and then Cloud came up with the idea, or was it Mikey? I can't remember, with the signs and the thing. I thought it was really clever. Just wondering, was it this extra pack I was? No, not that one. That's the one that makes my fucking computer explode. Come on! Oh yeah, that's the one I was doing it on. Whoa. So who is that? So I'll just go bring you inside now and show you the way. Actually, I might just leave that one on for a while. It's again, I like new things every so often. It's kind of nice to just do something new. Actually, no, I'm gonna turn it back. I'll show you the inside. So the inside, that was the original way it looked. So then I just added lots and lots of small little details, and that's what I made it look like in the end. Added a roof up here, and again these little indents. It makes a world of a difference. And then this like rum jiggity jaggedy, because I think because it's a bank, it needs to be very groovy and groovy. What the fuck? It needs to be very nice inside. So I thought that I hate flat walls. Just flat walls just make me want to die and just kill myself, so I have to like emboss it and embed it and do all this sort of crap to it. Cloud is coming up with ideas to do something underneath, but we can't do a lot of stuff underneath right now because you can see there's bedrock right there. Because it's a flat world, we don't have much to work with, so we're just coming up with ideas to put gold and stuff and all that sort of stuff underneath. We also changed the vault door. I think Cloud did that, to a bigger round door. And he was coming up with some ideas on making some multiple vaults, but I think we're gonna stick with the one and just come up with ideas to add safes, because we were thinking about some sort of a system where we would bring this is his idea as well, and I think it's really cool. If we come over here back to where we were, he's coming up with the idea of Harry Potter, so we have to fix all that. I'll talk about that in a sec. Harry Potter, when they go into the bank to get to their vault, they have to go along this train track and all this sort of crap, and it's all very cool and stuff. I don't know if that's probably overdoing it, but we were considering coming up with an idea of maybe selling plots underneath the ground where people can go and put whatever they want in there. So they would stack it with all the chests they want and all the stuff they want and all their valuables, and they can just leave it there, and it's safe because it's inside spawn. So he was coming up with ideas of underground vaults and stuff. We were coming up with some sort of thing like, you put in a code on put in a code, or maybe let's just say there's like 20 vaults, along the thing, and there'll be loads of signs say click on vault 1, and then it'll get in the cart and the cart will bring you to vault 1, that sort of thing. I thought that was a really, really cool idea, but again, we're just coming up with stuff right now. So as you can see, this is the other one, and you will come in here and go into here, and then it'll be like your lifts and such, and they're not working. Oh, they are working. Oh, look at this. And you come in here, and then he's just coming up with ideas of how it would be cool to have all these safes and stuff. I haven't even seen this part actually. Oh, glowstone or lamperoonies. Oh, cool. Like you kind of get the idea now of what we were thinking. I think it's a really, really nice idea, and I don't know what you guys think, but I think that's a really, really funky idea. And over here, there's even more safes and stuff. Again, this is all very roughly laid out. So see, like, look at this sort of thing. There's only, I don't know why that's up there, to be honest. I thought this was really clever. I just think it's cool. It's just nice. Even if they're not buyable, still might put them there because it's just gives it more stuff to look at, more scenery sort of thing. I think these are all exactly the same. Big vault door there, and all the same old jazz runes. Very cool idea. I think over here he's gonna do the same thing. Again, this would all be underground, so it's like a big underground facility sort of thing. But I don't know if we're going to be over the top with this sort of thing. But then again, there's very few landmarks we have right now, and I think that putting more detail into stuff like this is cool, and we could add lots of secrets and stuff down there as well, because we still haven't. The second the map's done, we'll start working on those, secrets and stuff. And also that one last piece that's here, that very big piece that's right there, that's nothing is in. A lot of people were saying we should put a cathedral, and I think that we could do that. I think that's probably the best thing to put in there. But a lot of people also were saying that the cathedral is supposed to be the tallest building in the kingdom. That ain't gonna happen. It'll probably be the tallest here and taller than them, but not gonna be taller than the palace or the castle or whatever. And I think it would be very easy to fit one in here. Actually, it would be extremely easy to put one in here, and you could even put a little cemetery right here in this little section, or garden. Cemetery probably. Actually, I don't know. You guys, what do you think? Cathedral's going to be here, like the one I did for the human city. Sure, that cathedral, I could even do a time lapse of that now I'm thinking. Time lapse cathedral 2.0, even though I had more, the one there was a bit bigger space, I think. Could be wrong. Yeah, I had more space. It would be a lot more limited. So that's what I'm going to do here. I think we're going to do a cathedral thing here. Over there, we're going to put the barracks because I think if I didn't say it already, yeah, that's definitely going to go in there. Here, then, the roof is where it's getting a bit tricky. We're still coming up with ideas for the roof. Now, what I'm thinking is we're going to keep the roof like this, slanted like this, if you know what I mean. So this has to come out over this, so it'll be basically like this top coming out over this one. I don't know yet how it's still going to work. We're also coming up with ideas on how to deal with this space. Should we completely block it off back to here, figure out something to do with the roof, and we'll have tons of space to do with the vaults and stuff, because that's what will go in this area right here, would be all the vaults. Tricky. Then the other idea was to mimic the wall over there. As you can see, this is just a mimicked version of the wall that's over there, all the way till it gets to right up to here. Of course it's not centered, but it wouldn't matter at all, because when the roof came up, the roof would be centered, so it just wouldn't really matter. But this is just ideas of how we could do it. I really like the idea of I really like the bank here, so I think it's going to definitely stay regardless. We'll easily be able to come up with, or we will come up with how we're gonna do the roof or whatever. It's not gonna be that difficult. But again, as I said, we've been so fucking busy, as well as Cloud has been busy too, who's been helping me doing this, because he's in the same course as me. Actually, he's in the year below me, but we're in the same course, so we're doing like practically the same amount of work, and he knows how bloody stressful it is right now. So that's what can you do. So that's going to be the plan. Finish this off, have the top done. As you can see, we Christmasified it. I really like these Christmas decorations. I think they're really cool, because obviously that means we're going to have it out before Christmas, which is very, very likely. It's the 12th now, I think. So that means we have more than enough time to get it out, because like all the way through is Cathedral, Barracks, this whole area is done. Fix the top of that, Barracks done, and then we're starting on that, and that's probably going to take less than a week, as long as we get into it. So I think that's pretty much it for this, what we've really done. I wish we had a lot more, but I think this is pretty class, like, regardless. I was really happy with it. And of course we copied this design, the one that Deca made as well, across the whole place, and pretty happy with it now. I'm gonna love when we actually get this spawn out and people can actually run around and look at it themselves, but we'll have to wait and see. So that's pretty much it for this episode. If you want to stay and talk, I'm going to start talking about the whole resetting the world thing, because a lot of people are worried about it and all that sort of thing. But so that's pretty much it for showing what we've done in the episode. If you want to stay and hear about that, because most likely the world will be resetting, because we want to get... Oh, I just realized that's a mistake over there, because it's you need something new. We need to mix it up a bit. We can't keep having the same map. It has to restart sometime, so we have to start some sort of a cycle now, so in the future people will know, you know. So the idea we're thinking is we're going to restart the world. We have to, because it's just too many people are there's only like 2 or 3 people doing actually projects. The rest are just messing around. Some people are just talking. A few people are saying they have huge big projects planned, and there's a lot of people saying they have a lot to lose, and because they've done so much work. And I've looked at the work, and to be honest, it's nothing you can't do if you really sit down and do it, you know. In like a day you could probably get the same amount of work done, and that's no offense to anyone or anything like that, but there's the work. You know, like you could really get it done a lot faster if you just sat down and did it. Like, because most of these people do not spend long on the server, and because we want to kind of upgrade the server, as it were, with this new spawn and a brand new start again. Everyone needs a new start, because I think people just get too attached, and even if they did, they get attached to the world, and people get really nostalgic over this sort of stuff. They're like, oh, you know, we don't want the world to go. People hate change. Like, this fucking new YouTube layout. Are they spastics? Like, they just can't get... Like, I just couldn't believe when they did this. I was like, everything in my head started to hurt, and I just started getting really annoyed, and oh my god, like, what are they thinking? Like, I'm in a smaller window now, so you can't really see... You just go on YouTube yourself. This whole white space. What are they doing? And then there's like this big button here that's like send feedback. What does it even... Crap. Done. So shit. Like, this is just really, really crap. Like, the fact it's not even centered makes my head really hurt. You know, because when you're doing web inside college, and if you had something like that off to the left, you would get 0 marks in any fucking test you're doing towards making a website. It just pissed me off so hardcore. So, forget about it anyway. Butter World. We need to start, we will be restarting it. People need change. Even if they don't want it, they actually do want it. The problem is, like, people get too attached to this sort of stuff, and they keep doing the same old project, and it just becomes tedious and boring. And the only reason why people are coming on is to just talk to you, their friends and stuff like that, because I'm actually really surprised how many people that you can kind of say I brought together with the server, which is really kind of cool, to be honest. But it's kind of nice to be able to, like, we need to make decisions for the community more than just 2 or 3 people, and I really think that this is the best decision. A lot of people have said they've liked it a lot more than they said. There's like hardly anyone that said they disliked the idea of the world restarting. There's like literally like 2 or 3, if even. Everyone else is like, you know, even people that have spent all the time in the server doing a lot of work. I'm not going to name any names, but you know the people on the server that have done a lot. Even them, they're like, yeah, who wouldn't mind a restart? It's just a few people that get really nostalgic with this stuff. And I think if we are, I think the idea is we're going to restart it. This is going to be put in as the new spawn. Right now the world limit is like 3,000 blocks or something. So what we're going to do instead, and I think this is what we're going to do, we're going to get rid of the PvP world. So what we're going to do is get rid of the PvP world altogether, because that just world was separating people and it was just pointless. Another idea was to put the old world into the new PvP world, but no, I don't think that would work, because it would just cause the old people to go back to it, and then they'll get killed by someone and then they'll start complaining and they're like, oh, PvP wasn't here before, now it is. Bad idea. So I think we're going to just get rid of it all, get rid of the PvP world, and make the new world twice as big as what it was. I think it's like 3,000 blocks now, or is it 4,000 or something like that. We'll literally just almost double it, because we'll have this space in order to do it, because we didn't have the ability to do it before because we were running 2 worlds. Now if we have one big world, and then eventually if the server, like, I think the idea is if we are to make the server make another world, we would need honestly about 20 to 30 people always online. Well, not always online, but most of the time, and a peak have like 50 to 40 people online. I think that's when a new world is in order. Right now we don't need 2 worlds. It's just splitting people up right from the get-go. It's from the grey listers, you know, the people who are not whitelisted, so straight away they're going right into that world, and they're all sticking to themselves and nobody can get to know them, and they're in a separate chat. It's a sort of ruins everything, you know. So I think definitely we'll just make one world, bigger world. We'll have to sort something out with the PvP. Maybe we'll just let it in arenas and stuff. I don't know. People weren't big into the PvP. There was only like 1 or 2, and well, really there was like only one person that was really into it, and that was Z-Death, until he like betrayed everyone in the server. But let's just not give him the let's just not give him the light of day. So I think that we don't even need it, really. Like, it never was a PvP server. It shouldn't be a PvP server. If you want to go to a PvP server, there is ones that are miles better. So I think it's just a real creative thing is what everybody likes. So if we're going to reset it, it's probably going to reset either once every 6 months, or once every, maybe every 8 months or something like that, or maybe once I was thinking like at the new year, and then again right before summer starts, and because those are kind of always the time people like new beginnings. You know, when summer starts, everyone's fresh and everything, and the new year, everyone's fresh as well. And of course, it's the new year, so everything's new. So I think that's probably the best thing to do. So if we're so people are all on about their creations and stuff, we won't be bringing any over. It's just, where do you draw the line? Like, I've had this before. I tried to do it before. I tried to be really nice and bring everyone's creations over. It literally cost me almost 2 weeks of the biggest headache of my life. I had to create a new world. I had to fly around that world, find spots for every creation. There was like 30 creations. I did all of that work. It took so long. I had to go around all of the chests because I said people could have like 2 or 3 chests, and I had to delete all the other ones. So I had to go around to every other creation and delete all their chests. That was a nightmare in itself. And then after that, I brought the new world over, and like I'd say 60% of those people that I brought the stuff over didn't even log online again. So I was like, why did I waste my time? So I'm never gonna do that again. And I know there's a lot. You can't be like, oh, those few people destroyed it for everyone else, but like way too much work. The people who ask for their creations to be brought over are people that don't realize how much work you have to put into it in order for it to happen. Because if I do it for one person, I have to do it for everyone. That's just fact. It's just the way it is. If you do it for one person, you have to do it for everyone. So where do you draw the line? So I'm drawing the line that I'm not doing it at all. It just cost me too much. And again, as I said, I don't think there was like, there's probably like 4 people, if even, continued their projects. It was a complete waste. The second a new world came up, everyone then was like, oh, a new world? I'm gonna start this new project, and never went back to their old one. I was like, that was totally pointless doing that. So no creations going over. That's just total waste. I also think that putting the chest things is just as much hassle it caused. There was loads of people just robbing stuff out of chests, and it was just loads of work. And again, in the end, and it just didn't help again, Mike. So it's going to be a complete restart. I know, like, the fact is you're always going to lose people. I know some people are going to be pissed off at that. That's going to happen regardless. You're going to lose people, you're going to gain people. The server's going to live on regardless. But I want to keep, obviously, people, I want to be aware of what people are thinking. And again, as I said, the majority want this. So, and they're the majority that are on the server. So they're not people that are just never on, and then they're like, oh, and restart? Yeah, I'll come back onto the server if that's the case. These are people that are on the server that are liking this. So inventory will be wiped, everything will be wiped. The things that will stay the same will be your skills, your MMO stuff, your money, your ranks, obviously, because people have paid for the ranks. I'm hardly going to reset people's ranks. That's just cruel. And all that sort of stuff will stay the same. The only thing that won't is just the creations people have built, and your inventory and your tools and all that sort of stuff. Because let's be realistic. You're going to join the server, go straight to the admin shop, buy all your materials, and start building again. Prices aren't going to be much different. So I don't see. The only thing people are going to lose is the stuff they've built. Of course, that's the main stuff, but it just has to be done. So this is probably going on a bit too long anyway, as it is. So I'm probably going to end it there. So just a little recap. The world will be resetting. Everything will be gone except your ranks, your money, your skills. Anything that's on your character, attached to your character, plugin wise, will stay the same. It's just, of course, the money and stuff will be, or money will be there. The creations will be gone. And once we have the new server set up, and once this whole spawn is done, I'm gonna do a video. That video will be a guide, basically a guide on how to play the server. A lot of people join, are like, what do we do? So from now on, I'm just going to be like, if someone comes on like, how do I do this, or what do I do, or whatever, or I need a tutorial on this, go to that video, and no questions asked. Everything is on that video. So it'll be like a brief tour of all this. It'll tell you how the auction house works, how the shops work, how the banks work, how this will work, how that will work, how you can make a town, how you can do this, how you can create your own shops, how the MCMMO works, how the skills work, how this works, how to get on the live map and have a look, you know. And it's going to be as short as I possibly can do, because if I can do it as short as possible, that would be perfect, because then people will actually watch it. 30 or 40 minute videos just don't do it for me, unless they're like actually someone's doing, or there's some talk about that we actually need to talk about. But if it's like 40 minutes or whatever, it kind of throws in my brain, for me anyway. I know a lot of people like that sort of stuff, but I don't. So I'll do that video, and then that can be, you know, on the home page all the time. So if someone comes to the server and they're like, oh, what's this, you know, what's this server like, they can watch that video and be like, instantly know what the server's like. So I'm gonna end it there. I've been playing so much fucking Diablo 3 again lately because I needed something I can just jump onto and wreck people's faces. But as I said, I'm gonna end it here for realsies now. Thanks for watching. I hope you can leave your suggestions and stuff on down below on the whole situation with the server in general, what you think about it, and of course what you think about the bank idea. Do you think it's a cool idea? Do you hate it? Or do you just think it's cool and it's nice to have something there that's more scenery to look at? So thanks for watching. Hope you liked, and I'll see you guys in the next one.